This video is sponsored by RKTF University, Radisson Blu.
Good morning, I'm Vidusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 20th of July and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. China will be Donald Trump's top challenge in his second presidential term, and Asia will be his top priority, according to top Republican security strategist Elbridge Colby. Trump is now formally the Republican Party's nominee for the presidential election. He has been ahead of President Joe Biden in almost every poll for months and has indicated a shift in US security and foreign policy if he wins. Former Foreign Secretary Vinay Quatra has been appointed as India's ambassador to the United States, the Ministry of External Affairs announced on Friday. He is expected to take up the assignment shortly. The post had been vacant since Taranjeet Sandhu retired in January. A Russian court on Friday convicted American journalist Ivan Gershkovich and sentenced him to 16 years in prison. Gershkovich is a Russian-based reporter with the Wall Street Journal. Russia arrested him in March 2023 and accused him of spying for the US Central Intelligence Agency. Vietnam's Communist Party chief Nguyen Phu Trong has died at the age of 80, state media reported on Friday. He held the country's most powerful position for more than a decade. State media, citing information from Trong's medical team, stated that he passed away early Friday afternoon after a period of illness. While accepting the GOP presidential nomination on final day of the Republican National Convention, former US President Donald Trump launched a scathing attack against the Biden administration. In his address, the business mogul turned politician insisted that he is the one who is saving democracy. On Friday, CrowdStrike Holdings Inc. CEO announced that the company had identified the problematic update causing Windows system to crash worldwide and deployed a fix. CEO George Kurtz clarified that this was not a security incident or cyber attack. Instead, the issue was identified, isolated, and resolved swiftly to restore system stability for affected users. Police and security officials in Bangladesh fired bullets and tear gas at protesters and banned all gatherings in the capital on Friday, as internet and mobile services were cut off after days of deadly clashes over the allocation of government jobs. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed British government ministers on Friday, a rare appearance for a foreign leader at a cabinet meeting that new Prime Minister Keir Starmer hopes will underline London's support for Kyiv. Pakistan's reputation for fostering terrorism continues to fuel its hostility with India, leading to ongoing violence in Jammu and Kashmir. Despite India's repeated calls to dismantle terror networks and cease exporting terrorism, Pakistan denies and ignores these pleas, resulting in countless innocent lives lost. France's newly elected MPs have re-elected Yael Braun-Pivet as the President of the National Assembly, a key breakthrough amid the nation's hung parliament. Now, Braun-Pivet from President Emmanuel Macron's centrist bloc is expected to play a crucial role in navigating the political deadlock. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह आरकेटीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। RKTF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
As President Joe Biden faces mounting pressure to reconsider his re-election bid, a new poll by the AP NORC Center for Public Affairs Research reveals that about 60% of Democrats view Vice President Kamala Harris as a strong presidential candidate. Meanwhile, approximately 20% are unsure and another 20% believe she would not perform well as president. A day after an Air India flight from Delhi to San Francisco made an emergency landing at Krasnoyarsk International Airport in Russia, Air India on Friday said that its special flight has left Mumbai for Russia to take the stranded passengers on their onward journey to San Francisco. Pakistani counter-terrorism authorities have arrested Amin ul Haq, a senior leader of Al-Qaeda known for his close association with Osama bin Laden, the mastermind behind the 9/11 attacks on the United States. Trainee IAS officer Pooja Khetkar's troubles are mounting. Following a case filed by the Union Public Service Commission (UPSC), the Delhi police have now booked her under multiple charges including forgery, cheating, violations of the IT Act and the Disability Act. India on Friday termed the violent protests in Bangladesh as an internal matter for Dhaka, but stated it is closely monitoring the situation due to the presence of 15,000 Indians in the country. Bangladesh has been experiencing deadly clashes with students demanding the government scrap a controversial job quota system, resulting in around 30 deaths over the past few weeks. Tech billionaire Elon Musk, CEO of microblogging site X, congratulated Prime Minister Narendra Modi on surpassing 100 million followers on the platform. Congratulations PM Narendra Modi on being the most followed world's leader, Musk said in an X post. India reaffirmed its strategic autonomy on Friday, responding to US Ambassador Eric Garcetti's recent remarks that seemed critical of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Russia. India emphasized that the strong ties between New Delhi and Washington allow for agreeing to disagree on certain matters. Union Home Minister Amit Shah emphasized enhanced cooperation among security and law enforcement agencies to dismantle terror networks and their supporting ecosystems. At a high-level meeting on Friday, he urged the heads of those agencies to adopt a whole-of-the-government approach to address the evolving security threats in the country. After criticizing the Uttar Pradesh government's directive for shopkeepers, vendors, street vendors and restaurants on the covered Yatra route in Muzaffarnagar to display nameplates of owners, BJP leader and former Union Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi softened his stance on Friday. US Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump on Friday said that he had a very good call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and pledged to end the war, pitting Kyiv against Moscow through negotiations. Now, Zelensky also reported this conversation with Trump and expressed thanks for US military aid. Top UN court said on Friday that Israel's presence in the occupied Palestinian territories is unlawful and called on it to end and for settlement construction to stop immediately, issuing an unprecedented sweeping condemnation of Israel's rule over the lands it captured 57 years ago. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.